Time to play the game.
All right, so what's up, Jose, aka Itsuno Monjo, and this is my Den of Otaku. What, you cringing at that?
Oh, yeah.
I have to. People have to know what this is. People have to know why they're listening.
Go on.
All
Go
right.
off, King.
All right, so first bit of business. You guys came in here. You were talking about it when you first got here.
What?
Did you watch the trailer?
For the Minecraft movie?
Yeah, sir.
I did. I don't know
Nope.
if Salem did.
I did.
Nope,
Did
don't.
you?
I know Jack
Okay.
Black's in it.
Do you want to see cross-dressing Jason Momoa?
Sure.
All right,
Okay,
good.
so I got a trailer up for you. We're gonna,
Another Warner Brothers banger, by the way.
if this
Just
makes them
knocking them out of the park.
if they make $1 billion, they know where to go now. I mean, Sony's...
This will not make $1 billion.
I'll tell you what, Sony did not do well with the Emoji Movie, so, you know.
Oh, you're telling me the Emoji Movie didn't do well?
Fucking
Is that what I'm
look at
hearing?
Borderlands. How much did that piece of
They-
shit make?
They said, hey, Emoji Movie didn't work out.
Pretty sure Borderlands is like on track to be like one of the biggest box office flops of all time.
Yeah,
if not the number one.
Well, I fucking hope so.
Well, don't worry. Fucking Warner Brothers was like, oh yeah, we can do that. Watch us.
Yeah, watch us have all of our successful properties fail. Okay, anyway, so what did you know about the Minecraft movie?
Are we not going to get introduced? Do we
Oh,
not
No,
exist
we don't
on
have
this
names.
podcast?
No, we're
You
the
guys-
voices in his head.
You guys,
I'm Steve.
I'm Minecraft.
welcome,
Mr. Minecraft.
welcome Sherman Baker to another
Who?
episode.
Oh, I'm John Minecraft.
No,
I don't know
you're
what you're talking
Magtastic.
about.
Come on. Go
No,
back to the old bit.
I'm Monsoon.
I'm Doctor.
By the way, apparently his name is not phenomenal, it's low nominal.
Nope, sounds awful.
Nope,
I'm
phenomenal.
keeping phenomenal.
Hi, I'm Mactastic.
I was
I'm
looking it up.
phenomenal.
I was looking it up because I was like, his name is
Dude,
phenomenal.
phenomenal sounds fucking awful.
Right? I know. Dude, I don't even know where Mac has to come from. I think it's supposed to be like in
yeah,
the 2000, like Mac Daddy was cool.
Magtastic, yeah.
Like Mac Daddy was
No,
cool.
that checks out. Like if I run the numbers in my head, that maths out.
Okay,
All right,
so
play the fucking stupid trailer.
introduce yourself real quick.
Or I'm Magtastic and he's phenomenal.
Okay.
I'm Mactastic and he is phenomenal.
All right.
Or, I'm sorry,
You'll-
phenomenal.
No, fuck off.
Okay, let's get into this.
I'll go to the doctor before I'll go to phenomenal.
Did-
Turn off my pain inhibitors.
Did
That's
any
right.
of us
Release my inhibitors.
have any of us ever played Minecraft?
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, I only played in creative, and then I got bored after 30
Dude.
minutes.
That's about right.
What a casual fan.
right.
Not even a real fan.
No, I don't think it's a bad game. It ain't for me. It just amazes me that people will like watch streams of people playing Minecraft to this day. I don't get it.
Dude,
No.
hog champing and thumbnails and going
Okay,
like, oh my god, I found
but-
Steve, guys.
But are you taking that from like watching VTubers play Minecraft?
No, just in general.
Just in general?
Yeah, like I just if I had to think of one of the more boring things I could be watching someone stream, it would be Minecraft. 100%.
Okay, like
Stream
Minecraft and like build like a shitty like little house. But I've seen some of the big mine. I'm big into Minecraft.
Oh, are
It's
you?
very large. So seeing some of those people like do those big projects, it's like wow. I'm not here for it personally. Like I'm not gonna sit here and fucking map out how to make this work. But the fact that you put on all this effort and like I can just watch it edited down into like a 5-minute clip is really nice.
I think it's cool the things people can build in it. I just mean like literally sitting there watching someone stream the game.
Yeah, or if it's like, I built
the
my
guys?
I built my fucking dirt hut, and it's
Oh my
like,
God, yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to part
Yeah.
294 of my Minecraft Let's Play.
What's
like,
up,
I
Dick
can't-
Faces? Yeah, it's
Oh,
like, what's up,
dude.
Dick Faces? Today I'm building Buckingham Palace.
Like,
Hope you're in for like 12 hours.
Head in my hands, like I could be watching anything else right now.
Could
Like,
be
that's
watching
that's how I
Free
feel
Run.
about it. I could. I'll watch Free Run sooner than watching John Minecraft's Let's Play.
Okay,
all right,
so-
play the fucking trailer. Let's
Let's
get this. Let's
let's-
get this over with.
Let's introduce the trailer. Though.
Let's
I
Minecraft.
thought he was gonna say,
it's
let's introduce
it's gonna
ourselves
speak
again.
for itself.
No. Okay, so Minecraft movie trailer
Yes.
teaser dropped earlier this week.
It's not really a teaser. They show you most of it.
I
Come
mean,
on.
yeah, but it says a Minecraft movie teaser. So,
A
you know,
Minecraft movie.
teaser.
Dude, they've lost the plot on what's a fucking teaser and what's a stinger and what's
Oh yeah,
all that.
they
fucking
have
nonsense.
for a long time. All right, so I'm gonna play it. You guys let me know what you think.
Oh, this be like the third time I watch this.
It's gonna be a long minute.
Oh, I'll tell you what is a long minute.
Okay,
We'll
but
get to
like,
it.
Pog.
but like, why?
Minecraft.
Everything's
why
squared.
live
It's
action?
tree.
And it's like a blend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cross-dressing
No,
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa with a wig and the fucking jacket. Hell yeah, brother. Okay.
Okay, so like, why? Oh,
Oh my god, he did the thing.
He
Oh
did
my
the-
god, they.
oh,
Oh my god, it's
Was that a creeper? Oh my god.
They were in the nether realm.
I'm Steve.
Jack Black really just signing on to do anything anymore.
Jason Momoa going. Okay, yeah, that's how I feel, bud.
I bet you that girl went into this like, yo, Minecraft movie. I don't fucking care for this. Did her audition like, yeah, I'm this character, and they're like, you're perfect. She's like, fuck.
Why is this live action?
This is like what they remember how Sonic came out ugly, but now it's the other way around where the humans go into the world, but now the entire
Play
thing.
that trailer.
Hold on.
That's an important trailer.
Hold on.
All right, play the Sonic trailer.
Hold on.
Play the Mori Calope intro to fucking Isekai.
Hold on. Before we move on, kind of give me your thought. Like,
It's fucking awful. It's gonna be awful. I don't know why anyone would go see it.
Mactastic here. Here's my thoughts. I'm not gonna watch this fucking movie. I don't get it. So
yeah.
There you go. Jason Momoa though, I'm sure he's got some good parts throughout. But,
once the movie comes out and somebody can just distill all of his parts, we'll watch it.
Yeah. Just have a fucking clip show every Jason Momoa moment. Yep. I'll watch that.
So Minecraft movie definitely not in the books for us. All right, moving on. Arcane season 2.
Yes. Where's my baby boy?
Fine. We don't see a lot of them.
This is the end of
Season
Arcane.
Season 1.
Well, this is the end of Arcane. I'm sure whenever League of Legends decides.
I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. Yeah, that's the line. I'm gonna tear the fucking laugh from her throat.
That was a pretty line.
All right, man. Like, whatever.
I'm joking.
Ooh.
Dude, I love it when fucking magical girl next door, they do cute shit.
Why is that your go-to?
Because that's the one you talk about the most.
I have not talked about that in years.
I forgot. All the things that I like are awful, and all the things you like are great.
No, they're not.
That's correct. I forgot. How could I forget?
But every time we talk about stuff I like, you're like, okay, hold on, let me go on my phone.
Yeah, I wonder why when you bring up, it's such a cringy line.
I do it to just get back at you. I gotta get my lick back.
You're right.
But I'm gonna tell you right now.
God, what a cringy show.
It's
gonna be awful.
Hold on. This does look really good. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you.
Fuck.
I'm gonna be real with you. This looked really, really well animated. This looked really good. I hate his hair again, but
I need more of my baby boy Victor.
Why is Jinx just a bad Harley clone? That's crazy.
She is. But I do love V in this thing. What is that, Schirm? What kind of skin is that?
I'm not answering any more questions.
Come on.
Nope, you've lost your question privileges. I think
it looks fucking sick.
I think they're holding the Victor stuff close to the chest because that's what most people are probably interested in.
Yeah.
So do you think
just one image is all I would need, man? I just want to see my baby boy.
I assume that like those guys with like the metal lattice on their feet, like rising. I assume that's part of the Victor stuff because that'd be like him ascending to fucking whatever you want to call it.
It's kind of mimicking how like when he was first doing his experiments, his leg ended up getting that stuff on him.
Mm-hmm.
So Schirm, because you were telling me about the lore a while back, what is Victor ultimately in the end game?
Basically rejects his humanity and turns into a machine.
Do you think Arcane? Because we were kind of talking about it a while back.
Dude, he's basically like a worse version of Cyborg if you think about it.
Okay, so
the flesh is weak, metal lasts forever. I'm
and
Team Victor
Warwick,
all the way.
He's just a bad version of Wolverine. It's crazy.
Oh, Warwick looks cool. I like
yeah, got those sick tanks on his back.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to be serious. I'm not trying to bash on you right now. So you were
proceed, boys. Proceed. I'm just over here like, yeah, I really liked Arcane. I'm looking forward to season 2.
No, so I have zero reference for Arcane. You at least know some of the backstory and lore.
Yeah.
So
go on. I'm listening.
Are you?
Yes.
For everybody listening, he's on his phone. Okay.
Because it's going to be some dumbass fucking question that I'm going to get mad about.
No, so...
All right, go ahead.
What I was going to ask you is, do you think by the end of the show, everybody's going to kind of, like, fit into their art, like, what the League of Legends, lore kind of gives you? Do you think they'll just pretty much put them into that spot?
I hope so. Because
you told me V in the game is...
She's an enforcer.
Yeah, she's an enforcer, and the first season was all about how, like, enforcer's bad, right?
Caitlyn's the sheriff of Piltover since, not Grayson. Was it Grayson? Grayson died in season 1?
Fuck.
Spoilers if you haven't watched it.
Originally, it was that older lady with it was really nice
and
voice.
Then Grayson took over for her.
The corrupt guy.
Yeah.
That piece of fucking garbage,
Yeah. And then, Caitlyn becomes the sheriff. Vi becomes an enforcer, so she's with the Piltover, like, police department. Jinx is just kind of, like, fucking crazy.
So, what is her lore? Like, I always make the joke she's a discount Harley, but what is the point?
I love this joke so much. Go on.
Okay, but what is like? What's her story? Like, what's her deal? What's the lore behind it? In the game?
You're seeing it. You saw it in season 1. That's her lore. Before that, it was just she was the crazy sister of Vi, and Vi was like the fucking like the brutal police enforcer trying to keep her sister in check. Arcane fleshed out a lot of the lore in these characters because honestly, there wasn't a lot to go with.
And I think I've asked you before, is this to your liking? Do you think they're incorporating it well? Like all those kind of like mishmash, just like backstories?
Yeah, because otherwise it'd be like some people are like, oh well, it's a good adaptation of the story, but it's not completely like lore accurate. And it's like, who fucking cares? When it's like fucking web novels written on character splash pages, it's like, who fucking cares?
Well, if I remember right too, I think some characters like over time have had their I guess backstories kind of weak, right?
So you're basically saying that they have adapted the League of Legends characters to fit a narrative outside of the game, which you enjoy, correct? Because I really like that. Like I was telling you.
Yeah, it's like I'd rather them just mark this as the canon, because like leaving character information on a bunch of like websites that you'd have to navigate through to learn anything. And there are some characters like we still don't know fucking shit about. Like Shaco, he's just a fucking weird clown that puts jack-in-the-boxes on the ground. And there's like no fucking lore for Shaco. The joke in the community is fucking Shaco has no lore. Like characters in Arcane have more lore than fucking Shaco does.
Shaco's just a guy.
He's just a fucking clown.
Fair enough.
Puts down jack-in-the-boxes, throws daggers at you.
I don't know if this is going to be relevant to the show or the like Arcane verse, as I will call it. Do you think the final season of this, because you know they have all that teleportation and shit, they can get to place to place? Do you think we're going to kind of see all of the other characters that are in League in upcoming anything?
There'll probably be a stinger like at the end of season 2, or like if I had to guess, it would probably be like Echo and Heimerdinger are like traveling through the hex gates. That's the other thing. You don't really see Jace or Victor. I already noted, but you didn't really see Jace in any of that stuff either. Wait, is Jace dead?
Oh, in the trailer?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I guess
Jace,
they really didn't show him, huh?
Maybe Jace is dead.
I don't know if you guys remember, but I did bring up a while back that the Arcane directors and Riot, and all of them were talking about like they're like, we have the future of Arcane, like of the League of Legends animated universe figured out. After season 2, you guys will get a new treat, but it'll come after a while. Like, are you excited to kind of get?
Please, Shadow Isles. Please, something cool.
Where's Thresh?
Where like
Shadow Isles.
Where they leave all these characters behind, but it is still in the same universe.
Then we'd have to have Lucian and Senna, and I hate those two.
Oh, you hate them?
Yeah, because Lucian's entire thing is he's been chasing Thresh, because Thresh is like the fucking warden of like the Shadow Isles, and he trapped Senna inside his lantern a long time ago. So Lucian's just been fucking chasing him forever. It's so boring. I fucking hate Lucian and Senna. They're both like not great characters. It's just like blackcouple.exe with guns.
Oh, okay. I remember who you're talking about, because when I was playing Legends of Runeterra, they had their own
Lucian
cards
and
too.
Senna, yeah.
So,
but
I mean,
like Hecarim, he's just a fucking headless horseman motherfucker with a giant fucking axe. Fucking Alawi's cool as shit.
When I saw Hecarim in the game, and it was just like he's an evil centaur looking dude, I'm like, yep, that's all I need.
Yeah, he's a headless horseman.
Fucking cool.
Yeah.
So then this is all to say we're all excited for season 2 of Arcane. Or are you skeptical? Like, where are you at right now?
I'm excited. I just hope like we close things up in a way that's like satisfying. Salem keeps asking if they don't do the Victor stuff right. I think that could be a huge miss. And then like I'm kind of cool with where we ended on Jinx and Vi's story. Like there's not a lot there left to tell. It's just gonna be like fucking Jinx or Vi and Caitlyn versus Jinx for like control of the Undercity. Which sure, I mean cool, but I don't really care. I'm more in for whatever fucking Echo and Heimerdinger, and then whatever fucking Victor's doing.
All right.
And the Warwick stuff could be cool, I guess.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Warwick stuff. I want to see more Singed, and my baby boy Vigor.
I'm kind of just looking forward to seeing where this call wraps up. Like I've told him before, I really like the characters, and every now and then I think about playing League just because I kind of want to like explore this verse. But then he's like, don't do that.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, that's what Schirm told me too.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, people keep shitting on how the League community is and everything, and
kind of like playing a fighting game, but instead in this fighting game there are 9 other people that you have to like deal with their mental states, and it's just not worth it.
And then you got to coordinate with 4 of them, and then they're all
yeah.
Okay, so the way I was kind of like putting this trailers, I was putting a bad one, good one, bad one, good one, just so we can have like a balance.
What's the next bad one? Is it RE0
airing
next season?
No, but it's something I've had my eye on for a while, and I don't know. Every now and then it seems promising, and then every now and then it just kind of then goes. goes in a different direction. I'm like, man.
I hope all the RE0 fans are pissed every time I shit talk that show.
I'm glad that they're satisfied with the story. I just wish there was something for me to latch on and care.
I think I saw the trailer and there was like one of them.
Oh, so it's time for me to feel bad.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I'll feel bad with you.
Okay. So
hell yeah, brother.
This is what I mean is like every time we like
better.
Every time.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
Okay. So every time they tease us with these Transformer 1 trailers, I think like, oh, it's looking worse. Oh, it doesn't look too. Okay, never mind. Hey, that looks pretty okay.
Is this one of those down times?
I mean, you kind of tell me. I was pretty mixed on this one.
Okay.
Why couldn't we just get the original guy to play it?
Peter Cullen? Oh, yeah. Dude, he'd probably be stoked to do
Peter Culling's the fucking shit.
He is amazing. He has a great voice.
Is that Megatron?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wait, what's his M1, whatever it is?
Well, originally he called himself Megatronus.
Is that Convoy?
That is Convoy.
I hate how they can't put captions on the line. Like Chris Hemsworth has.
Supposed to be a fucking buddy comedy?
Maybe.
Oh, you know what this fucking reminds me of? This looks like Ready Player One.
Yeah, it kind of does. And this is kind of like, that's why every now and then I'm like, oh, it looks good.
Fuck, they had some names there I could have pogged out, but it went by too quick.
Yeah, miners.
I saw Silverbolt, though. It's pretty cool.
I should have seen some sound wave in there.
Yeah,
some star screen.
This is just some Ready Player One nonsense.
So I do like that it's all jaggedy.
Oh, is that all we get for this trailer?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's a teaser.
It's the race begins.
How
You
exciting.
gotta watch the movie to see the whole thing.
How exciting. I'm so excited to race.
Iacon race begins. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Is
like
this the
once
race for the Easter egg?
Sure.
Once they went over that like little loop, and then this like in theaters September 20th. I was fuck, I kind of want to see the rest of that.
Oh wait, it's coming out September 20th.
Yeah,
we're getting there. We're getting there, boys.
Don't worry, I'll buy the tickets after this.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Okay, but this dude, I promise you, once we get monetized, I'll pay you. That's what I was telling him. Like, I want to start. Like, you guys are doing this of your free will, but I at least want to start paying for it for all the torture I put you through.
Goddamn right. Gotta watch fucking.
You know
Terminator
what? Maybe this movie will be good. You know,
okay.
maybe it'll be good.
You can't say that.
Now,
I'm hoping.
Well,
I'm hoping, man.
Now, something that will get Salem, something that will tickle Salem.
I'm ready to be tickled.
I love the Toei Video Company.
Yo, this is Kamen Rider Double.
I got it.
Ooh.
He's got the hat, dude. He's got the hat.
I have questions.
Scott. Yeah.
Is this a series or a movie?
This is a movie.
Hell yeah. They do have a series as well, though.
So this is a sequel movie to the series.
Yep.
I think I brought that up before.
Okay, hot lady.
Yes. Sorry.
What
was that important?
Go off, King.
Oh, the taboo dopant is really cool in design. I really like it.
Check this out. I don't know
is
if
that Michael Jackson again?
Nah. I don't know if this is important. Can you kind of walk us through?
Cool,
Can you walk us through what this is?
Okay.
Yeah,
is that the guy who? Is that the two guys who merged together to be one?
Yeah. So the guy with the green hair is Philip, and then the younger guy wearing the detective hat is Shotaro, and they do form double. When they transform, they become one, like body and mind.
All right, I'll watch it.
The guy, Kamen Rider Skull, is Shotaro's I guess you could say like mentor in the detective agency. He's like a seasoned detective dude. But he ends up basically dying essentially at the beginning of the actual series. It's not a spoiler. I mean, the fucking taboo dopant looks so fucking cool animated, man. I love her design so much.
So I actually kind of want to. Actually, I really enjoyed that. I'm not gonna watch Kamen Rider. I'm just gonna tell you that. But I will watch that movie.
Okay, sure. Okay.
Look, I think there's something really goofy about adult males fighting in rubber suits.
That's why it's cool, man. That's why it's cool, the drama.
Like, I know I'll go back to Power Rangers every now and then, but only to the ones I watched.
Okay.
But there's just something I can't get into about real life men in rubber suits. Now, I watch superhero stuff.
As fucking real life, though.
And then I'm like, I'm enjoying a man in a bat costume right now. What's going on? I don't know why I can't put them, I can't separate them.
I guess. I mean, I totally understand anyone who looks at Kamen Rider and they're like, what the fuck am I looking at? I understand. But I mean, there's some solid shit. But
the quality is so much higher than it used to be.
It really is. I'm not going to lie to you.
The quality of CGI and everything in each show can differ quite a bit. I've watched
Magi Ranger.
Okay, but yeah, me looking at Power Rangers from fucking 20 years ago, who cares how bad the CGI is? It's gotta look better than what I used to enjoy.
I would fucking hope so by now.
Yeah, it's who fucking cares?
So
like it's not for everybody. So like I get it.
I fucking brought up to you the fucking Kamen Rider shit I've seen. I'm like, this looks sick as fuck.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, except for that one guy that cracks his knuckles like Ken Kaneki. That was kind of cringe.
Kamen Rider Tycoon.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
And I won't lie to you, I've tried looking stuff up in a Kamen Rider. I've looked up the history of Kamen Rider, but it's just like whenever I try to like squeeze in there, I'm like, whoa, man.
Well, I will say,
this is hard.
It's not. They look cool as
like,
fuck.
Is it just the idea of like there's people in suits and they're fighting and that's like what gets you? Or?
No, because I think because I watched a little bit of the original Kamen Rider, like OG. It was either
Ichigo
first series or second series, part of second series.
Okay, so like it's either Ichigo or like V3, something like that. Maybe. Yeah, it was the Showa era.
I've seen some of those clips and like they look cool and fine because it's all practical. Everybody's basically risking their life. There's explosions happening in the background. Somebody really has to ride a motorcycle and crack their neck. Like it looks pretty realistic, but now the suits kind of feel like too shiny, too flashy.
I mean that just like happened over time. Like trust me, I get it. If you look at the Reiwa era, the era we're currently in, like Kamen Rider Gab recently started airing and like it's very like flashy and shit. So like if that kind of deters you, I get it, but like the suits range in terms of design.
I think that's why I like that it's animated because like I'm sure they'll do the like shining effect, but like I won't be able to see the camera's reflection in the suit or something, whatever.
I mean, I guess, yeah. I don't know. I'd say if you find like some suits, because if that's like what's bothering you about it, like there's plenty to pick from, like Kuga. I don't. Does Doubles design bother you at all? The two side thing?
It's none of the designs. It's not really
it's
the design.
Too much like Two-Face from Batman.
Got him. Well, then what's getting you then? Because you said it was like the flashy.
I think it's just the whole concept. I know it's a superhero show, and it's like the mantle gets passed.
Oh, was that the big strong man?
That's fucked up.
It looks cool, and I know it's like it's Kamen Rider, but then it's like I don't really I see the appeal because it's a superhero, but then it's like I don't get his appeal. It's kind of like when people say, "Oh, I'm not into Superman." It's like like lots of people say, "Oh, Superman's Superman. He's whatever. He can do everything. So why is it like why should it have any
stake? Why is it compelling?"
Yeah. So it's kind of like that. Like I see Kamen Rider and I see everything that everybody talks about, like including you. But then when I like go pull it up, I'm like, nah.
Yeah, he's fucking sick with it.
I mean, I guess. I mean, like Superman is an interesting example, right? Because generally people are hating on him just because of like how he
can do
is.
it. Yeah, he can do.
He's Mr. Invincible more or less.
Just get some kryptonite. That's his weakness. Blah blah blah.
So I guess I understand that, but I mean, like none of the Kamen Riders have like the near perfection in quotes. I don't know of like a Superman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a bad comparison, but it's kind of like I don't know if I'm trying to say like Batman or Green Arrow, where like they're compelling because they have a bunch of lore and history built up, a rogue gallery. Where it's like if I pick a Kamen Rider, why is he interesting? Why is this a good one?
Well, I mean, you learn about him like throughout their journey.
Sick transformation.
Yeah, you get the transformation and stuff, which is cool. But you're like learning about them like as the series goes on, and everyone like has their own type of story going on.
And I'm wondering like is like if I'm watching like if I just jump into a random one, if I go I want to watch 2012's Kamen Rider that came out that year, like am I?
You don't have to pull that from your memory, dog.
He's thinking.
You can go on.
I was just gonna say like what are they gonna like reference old Kamen Riders? Are they gonna bring up stuff I don't know, or is it gonna be a Final Fantasy where it's like it's basically a reset? But so yeah, it's like I guess Kamen Rider like if I jump into like 2012, are they gonna reference stuff, or is it gonna be a completely new thing and only hints of old Kamen Rider will be dropped in?
Generally speaking, they're standalones.
Yeah.
But there are sometimes reference things like Revice is a good example. Kind of anyway. Like in Revice, a lot of the suits like for their unique forms, because they're all based on like different animals and shit.
Okay.
They actually reuse suits from previous riders that are like repainted and redone. You can tell they're suits of previous ones because Revice was like a I don't know 50-year celebration kind of thing, something like that. But it won't take away from it. Like if you don't recognize like Gaim's suit that Revice is using for that power up, it's not going to take away.
Is it like the 40th anniversary of Super Sentai where they were like, hey, these are all the like it's like they had a bunch of different Sentais?
Well, if you're talking about like actual riders like just flat out showing up, those are usually like celebration movies or some other stuff. But, like in the main series, like Double, Geats, like none of that stuff happens like in the main series. Like they're just like it's their own world, they're doing their own thing, and like if there are references, it either does take away or it's limited to like movies and stuff.
Okay.
You know Your mileage will vary a little bit, but I mean, I've watched 3 Kamen Rider series to completion, and there was never any like intrusive or referencing like Daima or Wizard, anything like that.
Okay, the one I was kind of bringing up was this one. You know, like this.
Oh yeah,
because he's supposed to be
Forever Red or something.
No, well, the 45th anniversary. Because this one was supposed to be like a celebration of like where every suit is a throwback to like that one. You know, like each one of these suits is kind of like a throwback and to like a Megazord or another ring, or a couple Super Sentai series in one. I don't know.
I'll just tell you, like generally speaking, this type of thing, I guess, isn't really going to be a factor when you're watching main series. Like, there are crossover movies and stuff like that, but they're not like a direct impact on the main story.
All right. So along with Kamen Rider anime movie, I wanted to bring you this. I don't know if it'll be to your, I guess, palette. It's not Kamen Rider, but it is a tokusatsu, and it's called Wingman.
Oh, that's a good design. Okay.
So 10, 22, 24.
All right. Well, I mean, like, do you know if it's a series or a movie or?
So I have the article right here. Let me get it up. So basically, let's see. The author's first serialized work, Wingman, ran in Shueisha's Weekly Shonen Jump from 83 to 85. Style heavily influenced by the tokusatsu, popular with men and women.
Oh, so it's a live action adaptation of some work.
Yep, and it's to commemorate the 40th manga anniversary.
I mean, sure. Like anything tokusatsu related, like I will give a try. I don't mind, but I'm not familiar with the source material, so like I don't know if it's coming from a good place or not. I hope so.
I mean, it's Jump, so it was in the early 80s, when JoJo and Dragon Ball first appeared. So gotta be something, right?
I don't know. I'm always down for anything like that, yeah.
So that's why I said, like, I don't know if it's not tokusatsu. I mean, it is tokusatsu, not Kamen Rider, not Super Sentai, not Godzilla, but...
Yeah, but I mean, even still, like, I'm interested, for sure.
Yeah, and I guess it's like, something like that, I feel like I'd be more easily able to get into just because it doesn't share the Kamen Rider name, and it's like...
Oh, that it's not like part of a series that's going on?
Yeah, there's not like this... It's kind of like when people say, like, oh, but there's so much, like, lore. There's so much to it. I guess that's kind of what I was trying to say. This is just kind of like its own thing, one and done.
I mean, fair enough. I know what you're saying, but it's like, I started off Kamen Rider watching Eats, which was like the 4th, and at the time, currently recent Kamen Rider series that was airing. Like, I started watching that when it was nearly complete, and I binged that shit.
Okay.
And like, I didn't need any like prior knowledge on like anything Reiwa or Heisei or Showa. Like, I just watched it, and I'm like, well, it's just a good show. So.
I guess to kind of end off the Kamen Rider talk.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is like, did you get into Kamen Rider because you're such a big fan of like those kinds of suits, masks, designs?
I started Kamen Rider just because like I thought the suits were fucking sick. I liked the transformation sequences, and like they all have like the belts, or traditionally like the drivers they're called. They're all unique. They look cool. They all have different gimmicks and like how they transform. The music is pretty good. And like the fight scenes were just entertaining to me. Like I like the whole idea of what it is. I just think it's cool.
Okay. So I mean, I definitely want to give one a watch. I'll probably do a little looking into, and then just kind of watch some high rated ones, some like praised ones, just kind of like because there's like a lot of people like, oh, this one has the best story, but this one's got the best fight scenes, this one's got the best
like
suits.
Generally, like if you look up like a list or something, double build will be on there too. Kuga, like yeah. I mean, yeah, feel free, like do whatever you want for sure. I just of course you don't know if you're gonna like it if you haven't watched it. So
I might even though I said I wouldn't, I might watch the one to that movie just to kind of get the context.
I will say though, just like my personal opinion, avoid Decade and Zio.
Okay.
Avoid those because they're called like anniversary writers in quotes. Because Decade is like its story involves every Kamen Rider in the Heisei era prior. His name is Decade. He's the 10th Kamen Rider in the Heisei. So like all the other Kamen Riders are literally involved in his story because he's traveling to different places and he uses their powers. Zio is literally every single Kamen Rider in Heisei. He is the 20th writer. So avoid those until you watch stuff prior. That would be my only piece of advice.
All right. So let's move on to a bad one. I know you guys are big
I love
fans.
hearing that. Let's move on to a bad one.
I know you guys are big fans.
Was that Dragon Ball?
Sir.
Hell yeah, brother. I love me some Dragon Ball up top, baby.
Just take a nap. Wake me up when there's anything good to talk about.
So I did watch this earlier. This is a new trailer to that Dragon Ball Daima, and I don't know if it's because I don't speak Japanese. I don't know what Daima means, but you'll kind of see at the end here where they're kind of going, where this show might be headed.
Why didn't we just make more Super? Wasn't that what people wanted?
Yeah, people wanted more Super.
Why?
We need to explore every avenue that we possibly can.
That doesn't seem... Never mind. Whatever. Do whatever. I mean, he's dead now, so do whatever his estate wants, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. An unknown world.
Fuck
okay,
it, man.
Literally.
I'm still going to maintain we could have just stopped having Dragon Ball shit. I think we could have just stopped.
Yeah, you could have stopped after Z, but...
Just keep it going, baby.
They could have stopped after Dragon Ball.
Oh, fuck yeah, they got Yordles that people can draw Rule 34 of. Let's go.
Oh, is this that kid shit?
Yeah, so...
Fuck.
How did you not get that from watching this so far?
I mean, I saw some of them in kid forms, but my brain is poisoned GT, and I was just like, oh yeah, Kid Goku? Oh yeah, GT.
So I think they get isekai to a demon realm. That's kind of what I've gotten from this.
Yeah.
Sure. Are we gonna see Deborah?
I hope so.
I fucking hope so.
I feel like I will give this 3 episodes. 3 to 5 episodes.
Nope.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, bud.
Yeah.
Let us know if it's good. If it's gonna be that sleeper hit of the
don't
season. You know what I'm saying, man?
So even if you tell me it's good, I'm not gonna watch it.
No, I was done with Dragon Ball after Z/GT. I was good after.
Does your guys' Dragon Ball hatred run that deep?
It's not that I hate Dragon Ball. It's just like I'm not into it, and like people clearly wanted more Super. Why wouldn't they just make what people wanted?
Like Dragon Ball stopped being like interesting to me after Z and GT, and like as underwhelming and weird as GT is, I still like parts of it. Like I really like Baby as a villain. But like after GT, I was done. I'm like, I'm satisfied. We've dealt with major like world-ending galactic threats in Frieza, Cell, and Boo, and the bullshit in GT. I'm done. And then they're just like, no, but other dimensions and time travel. Yeah, just stop.
That's the other thing, I guess, is like it's just formulaic at a certain point. Which, him being the father of modern shonen anime, it's like I can't blame him when he started out. But what is there for me to say? Like continuing to watch it, like, oh, this villain just gets another new form. Like, cool. I can't wait for Goku to get a better form to beat him.
When you have enough guys who can destroy planets and galaxies punching the shit out of each other, it's a little hard to up the stakes on how strong they are and what the stakes actually are. Like, it's just the same fucking thing. Like, oh, this guy is super strong because he's a god of destruction or whatever the fuck. It's like, okay.
Does Beerus ever actually fight? Beerus seems like the coolest guy.
He does have fights.
In the Battle of Gods, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fought.
I mean, he kills Zamasu, but that wasn't a fight.
Nah, not really. That was just a slaughter. That was just like, you're done. So, all right. So then let's move.
You're done.
You're done.
So we'll move on to the final good thing. This is the final trailer from the Uzumaki Adult Swim animated show.
There's more bad things after this.
No,
there's more bad. The rest is just a secret talk about Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Super.
So after this, we'll be talking about the news of the week.
Yes.
I fuck with it. I think it'll
good.
be interesting.
I wonder
I'll need to be in an extremely specific mood to watch this, which means it'll probably get put on the back burner for like years.
What if we watch it for this?
I don't think you want to do that because this definitely seems like something everyone should enjoy on their own time. Because all it's going to be is me making fucking dumb references about the spirals.
That's true.
Like I don't want to do that to this show because it seems like something that deserves better. When it's fucking Suicide Squad Isekai, I don't really give a fuck if I make fun of it.
Them up.
But like this seems like this, you might want to actually sit down and like look at this.
Like I'm not into horror stuff traditionally, but this looks so compelling, and everybody has praised this manga to death that I've read a lot of his work, but like I've kind of put this one back.
Oh, the other joke I can make is why is Naruto's name in here?
September 28th.
Okay. Next day on Max.
Konami and on Max.
Oh my god.
I will definitely be watching this the week it drops. So
check this out.
Like with its style and everything, it does look pretty interesting. And like I have read the Uzumaki story some time ago, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All right. So kind of to the next thing.
When The Rock made a really bad rap song.
Gotta be hard. Gotta be power.
We stay hungry. We devour.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
That shit was floating around for a while. It fucking kills me.
So I kind of wanted to bring this up. A legend of the industry has not died, but he's left Capcom. He's the guy that basically picked up Devil May Cry after Shinji Mikami was like, I don't want to keep doing this. I want to go do something else. Then they made a bad Devil May Cry. They slotted this guy in, and he was like, I don't want my fucking
talking about Devil May Cry 2?
Yeah, he was like, I don't want my fucking name attached to this fucking garbage. But he technically had to take credit because he took over it. So he's like, no. Let me do the third one. I'll show you what it's all about. And he made Devil May Cry 3. He also kind of was involved with Dragon Dogma. And, this guy's been at Capcom Capcom for 30 years. Can you imagine 30 years at a fucking company? I can't.
I mean, frankly, I can't imagine being 30 years at any company, let alone, that. But that's what passion will do to you, though.
I mean, you're right. And I mean, I hope, like Shinji Mikami, when he left Capcom to go do Platinum, I hope he does something really good, because I've actually been replaying Bayonetta. It was the re-release for the PS4. So it's the one that has the other game, Vanquish. You guys don't know it. You might like his suit though. Let me show you real quick. Vanquish.
Yeah, I literally have never seen this in my life.
Yeah, so
suit's okay.
They made this game. I don't know if Bayonetta came first or if this came first, but it was this and Bayonetta in that collection. And yeah.
Yeah, what about the guy?
Shinji Mikami, when he left, he made these two games, which are pretty well regarded. So I'm hoping this guy, he goes and makes a really good game. Unlike the Silent Hill guy, which kind of looks like making a janky game, but ups to him.
Now, Jose, I gotta ask you, since I haven't heard a fucking thing, do we have any other news on Silent Hill F?
No, don't worry. I'm keeping an eye out.
Okay, yeah, please do, because I haven't heard a fucking thing. All I heard about was that free kind of short Silent Hill game. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I actually have it downloaded on my PS5, and I've been trying to play it, but
that's all I've heard about, and people more or less were just saying like it's fine for what it is.
Yeah, so. And it is what it is. A
lot of people talking shit about the Silent Hill 2 remake, though.
It doesn't look the best.
It
looks like a last gen game.
I can't say I enjoy some of the changes they made to the character designs. Like I've seen like side by side shots of like the original PS2 versions. Like do you remember the girl who looks like James's wife but isn't actually
Maria?
Okay. Like her design change is just odd. You know what I mean? Because like the whole idea was she was supposed to appear like like evocative, very like sexy and shit. Yep. And then they changed it and she just looks super fucking lame.
Yep.
It's just like, guys, that's what she was supposed to
be. I think they're trying to be like, well, this is what it would look like in 2020. No. Give me 2002.
Yeah, go back. The design was fine.
Give me Christina Aguilera 2002 or whoever it was that they took reference from. Yeah, Gwen Stefani, Christina Aguilera, whoever it was. Like, give me that.
Just keep the fucking theme. I don't know. But in any case, though. So, what are you showing us here?
Okay, so
why are you pulling this up?
So, did you guys see this? I watched this
swear to God.
At 2 times speed because I couldn't.
Don't do that.
No, but what about it though?
So this isn't the ending theme to Suicide Squad Isekai. So here, I'll play the song, but I'll turn it down so we don't get demonetized.
No,
so
yeah.
This is the end theme to Suicide Squad Isekai, but this is it's Harley and the VTuber who sings it, I guess.
Yeah, Mori.
Yeah.
And it's just a music video for her to kind of show off.
They do this all the time.
I watched this and I was like, what's the point of this?
It's not for you. It's for the VTuber fans.
Now, you guys are VTuber fans. Explain to me what this does for you guys.
Well, I mean, I'm not a fan of Mori, so I mean, it doesn't do anything for me. But
imagine this was like somebody you like.
Yeah.
Just like to say, this is better animated than most of Suicide Squad.
I know. That's the one thing I was going to point out.
Someone might have given more of a shit doing this.
They said the guy who was making this was like, I love Mori. They didn't do her justice.
No, I mean, like frankly, with me, I'm not into the like music VTuber side of things when it comes to VTubers. So like, this usually isn't doing a whole lot for me anyway. So I'm the wrong guy to ask about this.
Sure, I know you like music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like music too.
Does this do when VTubers do this? Does it do anything for you?
Sure.
So and then like I was watching this and I was like, okay, so we got the eye candy, which is Mori, and we got the eye candy, which is Harley. We got them kind of dancing and doing whatever. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Wait, so what the fuck were we talking about? I completely spaced off what the topic was. Oh yes, the best part of Suicide Squad being the ending.
Okay, so no, I was kind of asking you like, do those like,
if you're a big fan of a certain like YouTuber, I guess yeah, it probably does do something. I mean, like Mori's part of HoloLive, which their whole shtick primarily is like idol stuff, so like dancing, singing, that type of thing.
Right.
So if they're big into Mori, I would have to imagine that probably does something.
Like what's the typical like HoloLive like stream experience? Like, are they playing fucking Minecraft and then putting on like fucking shows afterwards?
I don't really I don't watch HoloLive. But like,
well, you'd be the only person I can ask because I don't know.
Fair enough. The best I know is that like sometimes they'll have strictly like just
like I know like Iron Mouse and all them. They're just like basically variety streamers.
Yeah.
I just like assume if they were based on music, maybe. I don't know. I guess fucking Amelie is also like just a variety streamer, even though she made her start off with like singing. So whatever.
Yeah. HoloLive, like they can have their own singing streams. A lot of people do that. I mean, yeah, variety stuff. Like it's not really necessarily set on one thing, but they are in a corporation, so they kind of
that's right.
fit a certain role.
Corporate holding the chains to all these fucking VTubers.
All these nice ladies playing their Minecrafts and singing their
they're like, yeah, Iron Mouse, do Minecraft better with Connor. Good
So
job.
I've always found VTubering fascinating, but actually watching them has never appealed to me. Like,
I mean, that's fair.
In my opinion, I think if somebody said, "Hey, we'll pay you to be a VTuber," I'd be like, "Okay, I do it." But if somebody was like, "I'll pay you to watch VTubers," I'd be like, "Thanks, nah."
I mean, my favorite VTuber is Joel. He's also porcelain made.
Yeah.
Now I love that man.
Yeah.
But like, if he was streaming Minecraft,
Yeah.
no, I don't give a fuck. I love him, but I will not watch anyone stream Minecraft. I don't give a fuck who
What
it is.
kind of hours Joel got?
Joel?
Need to tune in.
He generally streams, I think, around like 4 p.m. Like,
is he on Kick? Is he on Twitch?
He's on Twitch.
All right, let's go.
He does upload his VODs to YouTube, which
yeah.
I really appreciate.
I'm over here like, what is he like uploading with Aiden Ross or something? Like, yo, fuck women, like that motherfucker.
But he streams like the same days, the same hours, like every
like
pretty
weekdays.
Much. I don't know his schedule off the top of my head.
Fucking
usually
sounds like a fake fan to me.
You caught me. Usually he streams, I think, around like 4 p.m. More or less. But yeah, it's like I think 4 days out of the week. It's like Saturday, and then I don't know.
Is he you said porcelain? Is that like the overly animated one, like almost CG, 3D CG?
He has a 2D model. I mean, he does have a 3D model too, where it's kind of like a pixelated, like old school kind of look. But he's not like a 3D like you know Fillion?
No.
Fuck Fillion. Although Fillion had her mom on the other day. I don't actually watch these. I see clips.
Okay.
For reference, Fillion had her
right.
mom on the other day. That was a weird experience.
I think it's like that.
I don't watch Fillion either. I only see clips. She's a too much for me in terms of like
Fillion just seems like it'd be chaos constantly.
Yeah, I can't.
I need some structure to my life.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. That's why I won't watch Amelie.
Yeah, there we go.
Amelie seems like that'd be a nightmare waiting to happen.
So I guess before we move on, did you guys would that have been better if it was Mori and Waller?
It would have been better if they removed the Suicide Squad characters.
Just Mori by herself. You would have liked that 10 times better.
I don't even think it's bad. It's just that like, yeah, it looks cool, but like I don't have a connection to Mori, so like all I can think about is, man, Suicide Squad. Am I right, fellas?
As a guy that has the thing you're missing, pretty hot, but does almost nothing for me besides that.
Okay.
That's fair.
So I kind of wanted to show you guys. I brought this up a little while ago, but this kind of leads in. This will kind of transition into the next thing. This has been the first.
Oh my god.
This has been the first variant for the Naruto
See, we're going
TMNT.
good story, bad story on the news articles too.
Oh, I thought both of those were bad.
It's all bad so far. Everything has been a disaster.
So this is the first kind of like variant for the IDW Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Naruto crossover. I'm not really liking it.
Dryer is complete.
Oh, too bad my TV won't tell me.
Yeah, will someone turn off
Yeah,
notifications?
somebody turned it off.
By the way, I read this. What is it? Like kind of like what the synopsis were. When teenage reporter April O'Neil is
The fuck is Tsunade doing in here?
Maybe it was Tsunade.
The leader of the Hidden Leaf Village. It garners attention of Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi.
God.
They aren't the only ones who's wondering what two women were discussing. The Sinister Foot Clan have their own interests in April's visit.
Who wrote
as
this?
they
A
think that
fucking
she might hold
90s
valuable information
God.
on mutation research being conducted by the scientist Baxter Stockman, my fucking boy, with April caught between the two forces, the Hidden Leaf Village and the Foot Clan, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, the
This
Hidden Leaf
sounds really bad.
stomps the Foot Clan, end of story.
This
I don't know
sounds
how the
really
fuck
bad.
they could fight them.
That right there, if that was supposed to get me excited, it is really bad.
You're not riveted, man? But what about the drama?
What drama? Oh,
Hey, man, there's got to be something
Tsunade
pushing
and
this-
April?
Yeah, man. The Foot Clan is gonna fight the Hidden Leaf Ninjas. Like, literally, how are they gonna fight them?
I'm
Like,
gonna take a nap. Wake me up when it's over.
So this is kind of why I brought up, like I said, I have something about Boruto. Naruto creators promise Kawaki's character development is coming soon. Now, this character was introduced in like the manga, like halfway through.
Imagine being a fucking writer and saying, "Oh, don't worry, the character arc's coming, brother." Huh?
we've heard your cries and your complaints.
Brother,
Don't you
who
worry.
says that? That's not a thing a normal person that knows how to write characters says. They just fucking write it.
Yeah, that usually is what happens.
That is usually
Fuck
what happens.
Boruto. Jesus Christ.
Guys,
Hey, man.
I know you're concerned, but don't worry, we're getting there.
Stop it. You'll upset the weeb commander, man.
Good. Fuck him. He
Dude.
thinks this is fucking good. No, don't worry. worry. If you just wait 10 chapters, I'm going to start putting in the character development. It's coming, brother.
By the
Get
way,
excited.
I promise.
Get excited, guys.
It'll be
Also,
next
what
year.
the fuck is this image? Look at these two. What the fuck is going on? This show used to be about fucking ninjas. Now they're fucking superhumans.
That's like the same thing people bring up. Dragon Ball was about martial arts, and now it's like aliens fighting in
Yeah,
space.
but at least fucking Goku still fights with his fists sometimes. What the fuck are these two jokers doing? No, tell me.
They're fighting with curses or some bullshit. I
Yeah,
don't
it
know.
looks more like fucking Jujutsu Kaisen than it does like fucking Naruto anymore.
I'm sure they'll weave a hand seal or two, or
Yeah,
sign
yeah.
rather.
Remember when
Yeah.
Kishimoto fucking forgot we did that? Because he was like, that's too hard to draw, man.
Hey
Fuck
man,
it.
we'll get one of these in
Yeah,
there.
just-
It'll be
just
fine.
like one of 'em.
Guys, remember this is still Naruto.
Remember when
Remember the
Kakashi's
cross.
whole thing?
Yeah.
Cross is the shadow clone.
Shadow clone jutsu.
Remember when Kakashi's entire thing was he was
being
the copy ninja?
Yeah, I do
And then
remember that.
fucking Kishimoto was like, "Fuck, I gotta draw him copying all the hand signs." Nah, never mind. Give him fucking.
No, he's lightning
Kamui.
guy. Yeah.
Not lightning Kamui. What the fuck they call it?
What is
Chidori. His
Chidori. Oh
ability?
yeah, you're
Yeah.
thinking of Chidori.
So yeah,
Man.
Boruto, am I right, fellas?
Yeah,
We
haha.
excited to learn this
Look at
character's
this
backstory.
white Gucci belt this character has on.
Oh yeah, with the
10 out of
stylish
10
jacket.
design.
Oh,
by
you
the
see that
way.
V he's got going
Oh
on?
yeah.
Okay,
Ooh.
gun to your head, gun to your balls. Gotta pick
Delete.
one.
You like that one, don't
Delete
you?
Yep.
Naruto from existence.
Okay, what's your question?
Gun to your head, gun to your balls.
Yeah.
Read Boruto or read that Ninja Turtle crossover.
I mean, I'll read the Ninja Turtle crossover because I can at least see my boy Baxter Stockman. That's all I need.
I can make you
so.
a better offer.
Yeah.
If you delete Naruto and Boruto from existence, I'll let you have One Piece. I'll be good with Bleach. Just get rid of fucking Naruto. Yeah,
So you just want Naruto gone? is what
yeah
you're
no,
saying.
if I have to make a sacrifice
Out of those
worth
three,
it, yeah, Bleach can stay, but Naruto and One Piece can go.
if I had to pick Bleach or Naruto, I'm gonna pick to keep Bleach.
I will too, actually. I'm not
so-
gonna front. I do like the
Bleach is fucking sick.
I mean,
with it.
I do like
I
the
enjoyed Naruto. Don't get
Ghost
me wrong.
Swordsman.
no,
Like I
No,
enjoyed
you
Naruto.
didn't.
No, I did.
no,
I did.
I did too, but I'm
there
not.
are-
When
there
did
are-
you stop? Was it during the
I
Great
watched-
Fourth Ninja War arc?
Yeah, probably. That's when I actually stopped watching the show. Probably around the Ninja War, maybe a little bit prior to that. But I did enjoy my time with Genuine.
I completed it.
But like, here's the thing: am I going to actually go back and watch all this shit? Probably not.
No.
I will watch certain fights, just like how I watch the Goku versus Frieza fight every now and then.
Yeah,
Hell
that fight
yeah.
with Momoshigu is pretty cool. In context, it doesn't fucking matter.
But you know, like in terms of where Naruto's gone, like I lost my interest when Naruto was supposed to be fucking over by now. But like, no, we need more. Make him have a kid. Let's follow his dumb adventures. Just end the fucking show. We don't need to see anymore. Like now they're pulling out fucking Kaguya's clan or whatever, or also
the
villains
moon
involved,
people.
the fucking moon people, and it's just
Don't
like,
worry, we got the Velociraptors in there.
oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what I was waiting.
Dude, the Weeb Commander, he's gonna rage if he ever
I
hears
just like
this.
to say that if fucking Oda did this at the end of his story, he's like, "Yeah, I'd like to continue." No,
Dude,
fucking stop.
imagine
you need to take break.
One
man.
Piece is over, and then Oda goes, "All right, guys, get ready for Two Piece." But I won't be writing
No,
or
yeah, I'd be-
drawing it.
I'd be over it. I'd be the biggest One Piece hater you'd ever hear. I'd just be like, "Fucking, what he did was great. Don't fucking ruin it." That's how I generally feel about Kishimoto. Like, I know he's not writing it physically, but like he's overseeing it at least. Like,
Stories can end.
is this
I
is
think
this
it's
what
okay.
you want your legacy of your fucking great manga to be? Is like, I don't know, fucking moon ninjas.
Well, what's his nuts said that it gets good, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he said.
Just read the manga.
Can I get a
forehead.
fucking manga chapter identification on when it gets good?
He said that even though you were hyped about episode 36 of Naruto, you're only looking at the filler when you're going to episode 36 of Boruto. So you actually need to look up
his argument that like you were hyped during the tuning exams, but you're not hyped during the new tuning exams.
No, he was saying like you're trying to compare episode 36 of Boruto and Naruto.
to episode 36 of Naruto or something.
Yeah, he's like, and then his argument was, but you're forgetting that this is filler. That's your argument. That is your rock solid argument. Like,
You
get
got
the fuck
me.
out of here, man.
Checkmate, atheist.
What? Okay,
when does like the Gar Rock fight happen?
literally
that's,
like a little bit after, I think.
It's like the middle or the latter half of the tuning exams.
All right, give me like a rough estimate count, like episode count.
I could tell you, man.
Well, what
no
the
idea.
fuck are you here for? This is an anime podcast. Never
Okay,
talked about
Schirm,
comic
what
books or
episode do
video
you think?
games.
Episode
episode do you
48.
Okay.
Okay, well now we have an answer.
All right. When does
Yeah.
fucking Arlong Park happen?
I don't know why you're looking at me
the
asking that
worst.
question.
I'm floating it out there.
Okay, Jose, since you're the only one that can also like
Episode
verify
43
this.
is when the Arlong
Hell
arc
yeah,
arc
brother.
ends.
What
Okay,
happens in
gotcha.
episode 43? Fucking bored.
Hold on.
God, what even happens in the filler? Like, what
Who
the fuck are they doing?
fucking knows? They probably eat ramen or cheeseburgers. They probably had a special episode where it's like, yeah, I made ramen, but it's like it tastes like cheeseburger.
I made cheeseburger ramen.
I made the best cheeseburger ramen. Boruto and Naruto are gonna love it because one likes cheeseburgers and one likes ramen.
This is riveting,
Dude.
I remember what, dude.
Oh yeah.
what's up?
Oh,
Episode
dude, premium
30
only.
I just haven't logged in a minute. Episode 36 is the graduation begins. Literally, Kakashi is like one of the people, and he's like, "You need to get my, I don't know what." He's like, "You need to pass my test."
38.
What are we doing? The bell test again?
I
with
think
them or
so.
something?
I'm pretty sure it was the
Shove
bell
my
test.
Fingers up your ass, small children. Look at episode 38. Look at the visor on that feller.
Oh yeah, that's
Is that
what, Ino?
No, it's fucking.
I think it's Ino.
It's
the bug guy.
Oh, is
No,
it?
you're
No,
thinking
Ino
of
is the
Shino.
girl. Shino.
Oh, Shino.
He's
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Now,
Ino
episode.
is the one.
Now, let's see. Episode 43 of Boruto, which is when Arlong Park ends.
What if we dump this entire podcast idea and just shit on Boruto?
The Byakuya
We'll all start hate
gang
watching it.
surfaces.
Right?
God, dude.
We get to the hot teacher that they made fat for some
Oh,
reason.
Anko.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shame.
it is a shame.
Yeah, who fucking Kishimoto was like, yep, sign off on that.
Dude,
Oh, boy.
that Sakura fight people be hyping up doesn't even happen till like way later either.
Dude, they had an arc, I think, where do you guys remember the
Dude, you
the
can
hidden
see
mists?
they went back in time. Dude, all this bullshit because
Fucking
they're back
awesome.
in time.
awesome. I love
Yeah.
Wait, I'm
Time
looking for the dinosaurs.
travel.
I'm looking for the dinosaurs. Hold on.
Dinosaurs is coming up, I think.
Dinosaur.
It's right there, maybe.
He's bad news.
But they try to do you guys remember the hidden mist swordsman, like the seven?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay, if you guys remember, right, we had Zabuza at the beginning of Naruto.
Yeah.
Yep, we had
So I was-
Kisame.
Then we had Kisame, and
Yeah.
then they brought them back from the dead during the Ninja War.
Yeah, that's filler.
Then in Boruto, they decide, let's do that again, kind of.
Yeah.
Where the fucking descendants or some bullshit of these people steal the swords and become villains again. Can we just drop that? Like, we've explored that enough. Like,
Hold on.
Who cares?
We need 7. You remember the 7 swords?
They're
Hold-
cool. I like them
Fucking
a
sick.
lot.
We're gonna do
Oh,
one
by the
more
way,
thing.
episode 30 something to 30 something is a like filler arc in Boruto about the next ninja swordsman, and then guess what? They get defeated by the next 8 episodes or whatever it was.
Hell yeah, brother. Riveting.
It's my
Anyways,
favorite kind of content.
I want to show you guys. Episode 237 is, I think, the first time I noticed Kawaki, right? He's here. We got him.
Yeah.
His character development doesn't happen throughout the next 200 and like whatever, how many 80 episodes?
260, yeah.
So it's 200 and what was it? Like where was he up here?
Imagine saying,
Oh, look, there he is.
Write the character development in later.
Don't worry, guys. We're
I'm
getting
fucking, I know what you're saying. You're saying he doesn't do much. That's okay. I gotta fix next like 2 chapters.
No, but you're right though. Like, why the fuck are you announcing that? Like, just put it in the fucking story. Like, why are you like reassuring people we're gonna explore this character? Yeah, you should anyway. He's part of the main cast.
Obviously, this is the arc where Kawaki gets introduced. And then there's like, what is this? 190? And then like I was saying,
I'm getting tired just looking how many episodes there
That's
are right
this
now.
almost
feels-
103
this
episodes.
feels like a fucking alternate reality where Naruto was bad.
Anyways,
We gotta milk shit. Gotta milk
Yeah,
it.
I guess.
anyways, yeah. Kawaki's character development coming soon. Read
Yeah,
the manga.
any day now.
Fantastic.
That's such a wild thing to fucking announce.
And I can just hear that guy right now on that podcast who's like pogging out, being like, "Look, we finally got Kawaki's
Dude,
backstory.
We're
It's fucking
finally
Kawaki.
going to understand.
Dude, I always
We were
said
waiting for
Kawaki was
this.
the coolest character. It's just like he didn't get enough character development, but now he's gonna get it, so it's
Yeah.
gonna pop
Yeah,
off.
I can't imagine being excited about
He
that.
definitely
shit.
didn't come from a moon sperm. I'm
It's
telling
just
you.
Fucking what a wild fucking thing to announce.
That's dude.
I'm gonna start writing the character better.
I'm starting right now, guys. Pen
Guys,
to paper.
next episode, character writing gonna be twice as good, I promise.
Fuck, he needs a backstory. Fuck.
Shit. No, dude,
his
there was
parents
backstory
are
in
probably
those.
dead.
There was backstory in those episodes. I
Yeah,
saw it. He was a
But
little
that
kid.
wasn't the good backstory.
I guess that wasn't enough. Maybe it was a fake backstory.
I guess
that's
we'll
how they
have
got
to,
you.
We'll just have to kill his parents.
Okay,
It's the
so
only thing we
That'll
can
fix
do.
it.
let's kind of calm down. I know you guys haven't watched it, and I brought this up a while back. But Code White finally on Crunchyroll.
Let's go. So
go ahead and watch it. It'll be a good time.
I heard it's a nothing burger.
Is that from the Weeb Commander?
That's Jose.
From what I understand, it's like two or like an episode and a half, and it's just them doing fucking ski resort shit.
I mean, it's probably like that. It's kind of like all those Naruto movies, Bleach movies, One Piece movies.
I think Yor fights a robot at some point. I heard that, but other than that, probably not a lot.
Manjo, if you can't take it, don't dish it out.
I don't know. Manjo was chilling up there, and then Bell came up there. So
yeah,
Bell started it.
Well, Bell probably started it because he has beef with him. Well, yeah, I think I'm gonna watch Code White sometime this week. Just kind of like de-stress, take my mind off of things. I definitely don't want to think about Kawaki's fucking character development coming soon.
You have Boruto soon,
guys.
So I don't know what you're doing,
guys. The character writing gonna be great.
It's on the way.
Hey, do a Trump
fucking
do a Trump impersonation.
Oh, I gotta get into it.
Channeling my inner Trump.
You guys aren't gonna believe what's his fucking name?
Goblin face.
Kawaki's face. His lore's gonna go crazy. My writing team's doing the finest they can. They're using the biggest words. Only I know these words because I'm the smartest man. I really can't do it that well.
Oh, that was good actually. I'm in a really good mood now.
Good. I can't wait for some fucking bullshit to come up.
All right,
on
what's
screen.
the next bad thing
what
on the menu?
garbage do you have to slap in front of us now?
So they are commemorating Lupin the Third, the castle of Cagliostro 45th anniversary screening. The only reason why I put this in here is because
I think
it's because it's the first movie directed by Miyazaki's first feature length as his debut. So I was kind of thinking of watching this. If you guys are down to watch this, at some point.
Yeah, I'm down because I know jack all about anything related.
Lupin, Miyazaki,
like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, I kind of saw this and I was like, oh, I didn't know Miyazaki filmed the Lupin the Third movie. That's crazy. And like the Lupin the Third, like it's kind of like Kamen Rider. It's scary to get into.
Wait, is it really?
I mean, no, it's just because like it's so expansive and it's all kind of like it's supposed to place
kind of like that Gintama I hear about all the time.
Oh, Gintama? Isn't there a shit ton of Gintama?
Yeah, I mean,
probably rivals like One Piece, fucking the Conan. Yeah, it gets up there.
I did watch a clip once about like this dude building a like snow sculpture, and everybody kept referencing it as this one thing, and only one person was like, "What are you guys talking?" It was like a really funny clip, just completely out of context, and I was like, "That was cool." I don't know if I'll watch that.
Yeah, people love that Gintama.
If you ever go on Mal,
oh yeah, Gintama's up there.
Gintama's littered up there.
Yeah,
which makes me think like either it's really good or
people are memeing it.
Yeah,
which
it's gotta be really.
Yeah, it's got to be something, you know.
My anime list when I
don't know what would the week.
It's never lied.
I wonder what the Weeb Commander would say.
Yeah, where's Terminator Zero?
Yo, the Weeb Commander would go not as good as Boruto's world building. Or which one was it? My Hero.
My Hero's world building. Yeah, apparently it's fantastic. It seems like it's just fine.
I'll give him some props. He does put more care in it than most anime and manga do. But like, it's not that.
All right, and so
I know these characters from somewhere.
So this is like why I kind of
Carol and Tuesday.
Yeah, but
fucking nailed it.
No, wait, no, it's not.
Top.
No, it's not.
Sorry,
I lied.
It's not Carol and Tuesday. Down low. Hell yeah.
All right.
So
you've retracted the highlight.
That's right.
So
ain't it that kid from what you call it? The Your Names?
Yeah.
Isn't that the kid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Carol and Tuesday in the background.
No.
What?
So
there's no Carol and Tuesday.
Okay. So
is that a black girl?
Yes.
Okay.
So I left this till the end because it's gonna lead into our main topic. So basically, the director of Your Name, Weathering with You, and Suzume.
Wuthering with You.
Wuthering with You.
Wave.
Okay, Jose.
What is it?
Wuthering.
Weathering.
It's supposed to be weathering, but I only think of it as wuthering. Anyway, yeah.
Wuthering Waves.
Yes, sir.
Well, he hates it when I say weathered together. So I was like,
weathering together.
Oh, all right.
Oh, yeah.
All
so
right.
what are they weathering together today?
So
1d8 psych damage is okay.
Okay, so basically,
just scroll the article, man. I'm trying to figure something out.
I already read it, but I was just gonna tell you. So
right.
The director Makoto Shinaki, the guy who directed Your Voice, Suzume, and the other one, we're not gonna name it.
Silent Voice.
No, so the director of the Silent Voice, Naoko Yamada, which is the Colors Within, the one I brought up a while back. It was just them doing the instruments and kind of like hold on, colors, because I think I need to give you guys a visual reference because I brought this up before.
I remember you showing us this.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the director for Suzume and all of them has basically come out like, man, that was such a good movie by the Silent Voice director. It doesn't even come close to any of my work. Which, do we agree?
I mean, I don't think he made. Wait, are we talking about the guy who did Suzume and everything?
Yeah.
I don't think his work bad. It's just that most of what we've watched, I'm very just like mild on most part.
Have they been?
Well,
do you think they've been painfully average?
I wouldn't say painfully average. Like I think they're good films. It's just that as me, the consumer, I did not feel that much in most of these films, like how he's hitting you.
Right. So, okay, so let's get into Suzume, because that's the topic of the week. This is what we watched. What'd you guys think?
Like
who wants
to
go first?
No, I don't care. You can go first.
I don't care.
I like the movie. I don't know what else you want me to say.
Okay, tell me a little bit about the movie. Like, pretend I'm somebody who doesn't know anything about Suzume.
Okay, so Suzume is about... I'm mad at it. Like, why did it have to give me exposition dump? Like, about the closers and stuff?
I will say that was a little kind of...
It was, like, so random.
Yeah, this is the time we are now explaining everything about
It's like, did the director, like, get feedback and they're like, yeah, but what are these people doing? They're like, you want me to fucking spell it out for you? All right, fine.
Because...
They're called closers.
Who was the studio?
Closers.
Was it Toei?
Cloverworks, I think.
Toei?
No, the one who distributed the movie. You know, the
Toei,
big triangle. Yeah, okay. I think Toei is big enough to kind of explain it.
Yeah, but why?
I think...
I don't think it adds anything.
I don't know if this is like global or if it's just universal for movie studios to kind of get in like director's vision and be like, I know better, and then they do it and then it's bad.
Yeah, I mean...
Example, all the X-Men movies. There's some good ones, bad ones.
Yeah, number 3, that one was great.
Oh, yeah?
Last Stand, everyone's favorite. Fucking Apocalypse, everyone's second favorite. Deadpool, fucking Wolverine, Deadpool, but the bad one that Fox made, best one.
I love how you just specify. It's
because
bad,
I
but
fucking
it's the good
forgot
one.
what it's called.
The bad one.
X-Men Origin Wolverine.
Yeah,
X-Men Origins Wolverine, my favorite.
I got the PS3 game.
Uncaged Ryan Reynolds' mouth shut so he couldn't talk.
Oh yeah, that
always had that mouth on you, Wade. God, they were so on the fucking nose about it.
Like, brother, if you showed that to anybody and then you showed them what Deadpool actually is, they're gonna be like, what the fuck were you guys doing?
I don't know.
Like, he looks like a freak, and don't get me wrong.
Yeah, Salem was into it.
I'm into freakish designs, but it's just like, this ain't fucking Deadpool, dog. He ain't talking, he ain't running his mouth.
You always had that mouth on you, Wade.
You always have that mouth on you, Wade.
So,
what's that pretty mouth do, boy?
He just looks like Baraka. Like,
yeah, he's got Baraka-esque katana blades, and it's like, why did he need to do that?
When his dumb fucking katanas come halfway out of fucking...
Yeah, it's like, were you guys doing that just to show the healing factor part, or like, what was the deal?
So Ryan Reynolds in a behind the scenes has said, like, I told them the audience is gonna go nuts, and apparently all the studio heads were like, oh yeah, and he's like, yeah, but they're gonna hate it because they thought, like, I guess it was a bit of sarcasm where he's like, yeah, the audience is gonna go nuts, all the fans are gonna go crazy, and apparently they thought like, oh, we're on the right track, and he had to be like, no, they're gonna hate you, and then they were like, okay, well, you can do the movie or we'll do it with somebody else. He's like, no, I'll do the movie. Does the movie, bomb.
Right.
Also gets leaked 3 weeks to like a month before the movie's supposed to come out.
Weren't they also like planning, I don't know if this was true, but weren't they also planning like a bunch more movies of X-Men Origins because of how it was titled?
The next one was supposed to be Magneto, and then they just turned it into First Class, which
so
good movie.
Yeah, I remember enjoying First Class.
Pretty decent.
Yep. But
adapt
Suzume.
to this.
God damn it, I was just gonna bring that
Well, you gotta be a quicker shooter, man.
Fuck you, Salem.
All right.
Anyway, back to Suzume.
Suzume.
Yeah, Suzume.
Lots of exposition there. Didn't kind of need it.
Okay, there wasn't a lot. It's just like it felt so off when it was there.
Because it wasn't natural. Like, they'd literally be running and be like, okay, here's some exposition I'm going to tell you, because if I don't tell you, then the audience won't know what's basically going on, and you kind of have to know about this too. Like, she doesn't need to know in that moment while you guys are kind of trying to close this fucking door, you know?
Yo, the fucking chanting while closing the door was the sickest shit.
He was pretty good. And you see the fucking lights go off around it?
The inserting the key, the sound of the lock clicking, the fucking disappearance of everything.
Yep, and then the worm gets like turned into basically water.
The fucking rainbow into the worm into the rain. Like, man, what a fucking gorgeous sequence.
Like, so it looked really good. Like, the movie looked good, and the music was pretty good too, for sure.
Yeah.
So the fucking scene, like the fucking music that plays when they're trying to close the door and it's really dramatic and shit, and you got the chanting, that shit's good.
The opening theme, quote unquote, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, at the very end.
Yeah, fucking weird, because they played that song a lot.
On TikTok, yeah.
Like trying
TikTok and Spotify were in the credits.
Trying to promote that, and it's like, okay.
So between the two, you kind of walk me through what this plot might be if somebody's like in the mood for a movie night and they're like, man, I don't want to watch another dumb horror movie.
So you got anime high schooler going on bike ride, runs into Howl from Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah, a mega hottie who is also trying to become a teacher.
Dude got the fucking mole under the eye.
Oh, yeah.
Dude's like fucking the most eligible bachelor in fucking all of Japan, just walking up.
Even the old ladies were like, yeah, he's gorgeous.
And then he's like, hey, girl.
This is what I was thinking the entire time.
Yeah,
like, immediately when she showed up, he showed up, I was like, oh no, he's hot.
He's a hot.
Oh, you know how I know I'm old? You guys think of that meme? I think of the fucking stupid sexy Flanders from The Simpsons when he's like wearing a fucking bodysuit when he goes skiing, and Homer's like, stupid sexy Flanders.
I have no reference for that.
That's
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Stupid sexy Flanders.
I'm a Simpsons kid. What can I say?
I was a Family Guy kid, so I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Hey Lois.
That brain rot set in early. That's good.
Hell yeah.
So anyway, girl meets Howl from Howl's Moving Castle. Howl asks her like, hey, where's the ruins at? I'm looking for something. She's like, oh yeah, over in the mountain. Head back that way. Cool, whatever. This girl fucking goes to school, and then there's an alert for an earthquake, and she sees this giant fucking like appendage coming out of the side of the mountain. She goes, that's not real. That's not like supposed to be like that.
And no one else in her class is seeing
Yeah,
this
it's
either.
Just her.
That's one of the things I really loved is when they played with that specific color, like that red on the alerts for the phones, like in her eyes, like just that color that they used. It was specifically only for those moments.
It's the red was like indicating something's wrong or like immediate danger, which you're right. Like it was like red shows up, I know we're in trouble.
Right. And the fucking worm looks like a huge death cloud that's like springing out of that door in the sky.
Yep.
Yeah. So
now, did you guys see the visualization of them kind of looking like bugs?
Look like bugs.
The
Oh, you're talking about when the worm had like its
the
smaller appendages also shooting out?
they would kind of look like bugs. I thought that was a nice detail because in the first few you couldn't tell, but once we finally got to the Tokyo one, it was like, oh, it's there.
I mean, I'll admit I didn't really see the bug thing going on, but I do know what you're talking
about. But okay, kind of now you'd think that after Suzume pulls out the, what do they call it? The thing holding, I guess, everything together.
Keystone.
The keystone. Sorry, thank you. After she pulls the keystone out and it turns into a cat, that whole plot. So this is how I feel like they should have been like a part 1, part 2 instead of it being like a whole 2-hour movie kind of thing, because it felt like after I guess spoilers, or actually no, let me try to do this without spoilers and we can spoil it later. After a certain thing happens and the death worms have been kind of put back. Long story short about the movie, they're big worm, they're death defining, they're there's a closer.
Right.
He's closing the doors.
We get a lot of explanation as to what the closer is and what they do.
Yep, we even get a book. And then
we get a few books. he has a whole box of them.
And then the world is saved. But Suzume is not content with that, so she has to fix it her own way. And then she does.
Well, I will say just a small little thing here, and I guess it would depend on person to person. But when there's the Western Guardian Keystone, and then there's the Eastern one as well. So the Eastern one, ends up showing up at some point in the film. And like it's very bizarre to me that like she says their name like one fucking time.
Oh yeah,
one time. It's like, oh okay, oh that's who that is. Okay, cool. And I don't know, it feels like some of that time they probably spent on explaining the closer stuff could have been dealt out to like other parts of the film. Like, the ending of the film, which I don't know if you want to talk about or not.
Okay. So spoiler warning over. We're getting into spoilers.
So the time thing to me is just the most bizarre part of the film, just because it 100% did not need to be there. Like when Suzume ends up talking to her younger self, and they're talking about like the chair, and she's encouraging her younger self like, hey, things are going to be rough, but they're going to be okay. You're going to meet one people, etc. Why we didn't need any of that though? Like we literally didn't. Like they did what they had to do. They succeeded. She got back her body boy, and the events were basically over. But it's just like, no, we need to linger and have her talk to her younger self. That never needed to apply. Like this wasn't even really about time. This was just like a separate area called the Ever After, which involved her having to go there to get the boy back. But we didn't need time. Like, it didn't need to happen.
The whole time travel thing kind of did come out of left field, and it kind of came on the last half. Which with like, for example, Weathering with You, we kept getting details about like, hey, a weather girl. Hey, whenever they do this, they eventually end up being sacrificed. If they don't do it, then all of the world will eventually become engulfed with water. And it kind of led up to that, and it ends with that. We don't get like a parallel plot in the third act.
Well, and the thing with Weathering with You, when they were doing
Weathering with You is with the weather girl.
I keep thinking of her name, or not? Yeah, I keep thinking of that because of the time travel. But yeah, no. like Weathering with You, like there was also another like separate space from the natural world.
Yeah.
But you're not getting like just random time bullshit where they're speaking with, other people or their past versions of themselves, none of that shit.
Because in Your Name, the time travel thing is applied. Like
exactly.
At the beginning, it's like, not in the beginning, but like in the middle of the movie, because that's the twist. We get the twist that they've been living on two separate like time zones. Like one of them's living like, not time zones, but time.
But like they are years apart.
Yeah, they like
it is not modern day at both places. And that's fine because that is like the critical point of the plot. It's like these people are trying to prevent a disaster from happening, and that way they can also meet up at the same time. But in this, it just came out of nowhere, and it's like all that time we could have just done other things.
Yeah, exactly. Because the entire time we were focused on closing the doors and putting the keystone back.
Yeah, they had to stabilize the fucking disaster going on with that worm, and she was also trying to get her boy back. And it's like, all right, simple enough.
Now, I think this problem I kind of had with not Your Name. Which one? We watched one where I was like, when did they fall in love? I think it was Your Name.
I
think it was Your Name.
Yeah, Your Name. Yeah, because when they were swapping bodies and everything, eventually at some point when it stopped, it either happened less or just stopped happening. That's when they were trying to hunt down each other.
Yeah,
and well, it could be implied that like, okay, they were forming this bond over all the body switches and everything. At the same time, it's like, well, I don't know. For me personally, I would have liked a little more like actual direct interaction versus them just leaving each other notes and stuff.
Yeah, so it's like, it's weird how you can kind of fall in love with somebody over notes and communication apps, but
I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a weird ass scenario.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong.
I completely understand it, but it's like to also be like, oh, but they fell in love subconsciously over a couple of months. Like did they?
It's like, yeah, I guess you could say that. I'm not saying that couldn't happen, but like as me, the viewer watching it, I would have appreciated some more like direct communication or something. You know what I mean? If you're gonna have all of
which is the same thing that kind of happened with this Suzume. She's like, oh, I gotta go back to the person I love. What? When?
You know what? Fair enough. I can see where you're coming from on that at the same. Because like they experienced some like unique supernatural bullshit with the worms and trying to stop the earthquakes and everything. But I do agree. It's just when it comes to romance specifically, maybe we're just more picky. I don't know. But like I agree with you that like it would be nice to have more direct things of like, oh, they really are starting to form this bond on each other. Besides them just having these door closed entries. You know what I mean? She's talking about not wanting to be in a world without the guy. I remember.
Yeah,
and it's just like, what do you? What?
And that's where I kind of went, excuse me, sister? What do you mean? You've known this guy for like 2 days.
I mean, you've been traveling with each other for a little bit now, but like, when did the love come into play?
It's like,
you could like him, you could, care about him, not getting sealed away in the ever after, but like, you're talking about love.
I was kind of wondering, like, is it because she knows she's destined to be with him? Like, because of the time loop? I don't understand. I'm kind of confused, and I don't like it.
I don't know. She was saying all that stuff even prior to speaking with her younger self, too, so I don't know.
So, okay, so let's is there anything you kind of want to add?
What? No, not really. I mean, you guys didn't like it as much as I did. There's not much I can really say.
Well, kind of walk me through what you really like about it, because I kind of want to see to your level.
It's the same thing as all the other movies we watched. I just connect with these stories deeper than you guys do, I guess. That's all I can really say is like they resonate more with me. Like I feel more for the characters than you guys do. Like I definitely realize there's not as much characterization, but also I realize it's a movie, so you have less time overall for that to happen. So the like slightly blander characters than you would get in like a typical series is like okay with me, considering that you're kind of getting the Cliff Notes version of these characters and their interests, their relationships between each other. Like sometimes you don't have the time to show that.
So I definitely think you have a point, because there have been some shows where I watch and I'm like, man, this main character is absolutely nothing. He is absolutely just chafing my balls.
You're talking about just like red.
What? Yeah, just like character, and then like these are supposed to be the main characters, and I'm just like, I don't care for any of them. But here, like in this show, like the aunt took Suzume in, like
dude, that scene where the Eastern Keystone was amplifying the aunt's feelings of resentment. Sadajin, yeah,
they said it once.
See, they said it one time in the film, so but yeah, when Sadajin, the Eastern Keystone, was like amplifying the aunt's feelings of resentment, that was fuck whole, man. It's like a fucking monster sister. She's like, give me back the rest time in my life.
She's so right, though.
It's true.
It's stuff you shouldn't say to.
Sure.
So I mean, just you know,
when she said it,
Suzume's almost an adult, man. She don't have to hear it sometimes.
But she shouldn't hear like, why did I take you in? Like, give me the rest of my time back. Like stuff like that. What a mistake. You know.
So when I heard that, the way Suzume kind of responded when I heard that, I was like, oh, are those Suzume's thoughts being kind of projected back to her? Yeah. And that's why the aunt cried and broke down so hard, because she was like, I would never say that. I love Suzume. Like that would never come out of my mouth. And that's kind of how I took that, because I feel like that's kind of like what a parental figure who kind of like takes somebody in, they would never say that. If they took them in, you know, out of the kindness of their heart because they love them, like,
they definitely could develop those feelings over time, especially when like you're taking in a kid that young, because she was 4, I think, when like her parents had died and the sister of the mother had to take her in. I mean, she can develop those feelings just fine. And I mean, like from a writing standpoint, I don't think it's bad that like she could say those things to her. It's just fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, oh yeah, basically you've robbed me of my life and my time because I decided to raise you. Like, that's fucking.
And I will say, she didn't get 2 hours worth of screen time, but she got enough. And she's I
have no problem with the anime.
And she's like a better, well-written character. Her, Sauta, the Dajin, who else? Fucking even like these minor characters like the mom.
That's one thing I really enjoyed, and I told you guys this earlier when we were watching and stuff. But like, I love like the little pit stops she'd make with like just like Chika, Rumi. I loved those like little condensed slice of life things where like they're kind of incorporated to kind of see like what they're doing with their lives, and they're trying to help her out, and they're super nice, and they kind of like give her stuff to take on her way. Because with Chika, she gave her clothes, she gave her some other stuff. With Rumi, she fucking drove her to like, I think like train or bus stop or whatever. She took her and fed her. I think those were great. Like, I love those.
And that definitely like kind of spoke that, you know, she's kind of like on a journey, on an arc, and there's a couple people that kind of say like, oh, you're kind of soul searching or whatever, and it's like sure, she might be, but like right now she's trying to, she's not just gonna come out and tell people like, I'm trying to close these magical doors with this chair. You know, that sounds like a crazy person thing.
When she was with Serizawa near the end of her little road tripping adventure, when she was also with her aunt, she did say that, I think, to the aunt, but then was like, yeah, no, you wouldn't understand. And it's like, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
she can't see the worm.
Yeah, no one else but you and the closer can see the worm.
And Serizawa, what a fucking saint of patience, man. He's traveling with the fucking aunt, and like his fucking ice cream fell on the floor. He's traveling with these 2 girls to a place that he does not know what they're going for beyond trying to find his friend.
His convertible doesn't work.
Yeah, he falls apart. He had to dodge a car on the road and ended up like putting the front end like kind of into the dirt in a way, and like he couldn't move it. Like, and that man was a trooper. He was taking it. He was just like, oh yeah, well, you know.
It is what it is. And like, I will say, like, Suzume was really well animated. Let's kind of talk about the animation. Super gorgeous, so beautiful,
super good. Like what you're saying, Schirm, with like the use of red that they were using for like the death cloud and the warnings for your earthquakes and stuff. Like that was really good, and like the animation, super fucking good.
Like and it's not like it doesn't come, and it's not like it comes out of nowhere. Like from the very initial beginning of the movie, we kind of get these beautiful shots, and that's when I was like, oh yeah, we're in for a visual treat. Even if the story kind of sucks, we're still in for a visual spectacular treat.
And that's the thing too. Like with all the films we've seen from this director, like they all look really good.
Yeah,
like I have no issues with the animation.
Now that I've kind of seen like how his characters look, how his character, you know, at least I can visually see his style. Like I can see when, you know, if I see another one of these movies, if it's the same character, if he is also the character designer, I know it will be one of his movies. Yeah, but if he's like working with a character designer, my immediate thought is going to be like, oh, is this the director of Your Name?
Right. Like if he still has like the relatively like same people working on each of these, at least when we're watching them, regardless of how we feel about like plot or whatever, at least we're looking at somebody, you know, like we're not going to get offended, like kind of were with Suicide Squad.
that is an offense to humanity.
Had some interesting looks.
Suicide Squad is an offense to humanity. It's an affront to God. It's, you know, it should be burned in hell, never to be spoken of again. We should place it in a tomb, bury it.
But we can say we watched it. You know, we gave it its fair shot.
Yep, we did that. We did. And then you guys brought up music. The music was good, including the, like you said, when the worm would come out, that music, the like big sprawling opera.
Like, it's the chants, and it was so fucking good for like an intense piece that they had played during this moment. It's really good. And even like the more softer songs they played, like when she was in the Ever After speaking with her younger self, like it still sounded good. I didn't like the scene, but you know, it sounded nice. So.
Music good.
Are you just tired, or are you just really upset with me?
I don't know. I don't know what you want. You guys are talking about the movie.
So yeah, and I want you to be a part of it.
What said I like the movie?
Well, I want to have a discussion about it.
Okay, what do you want to talk about that happened during the movie?
Well, no, not right. We've moved on. We're talking about like the music.
The music's very good. I don't have a lot to say. I really enjoy the music. The music's in some of my playlists. That's all I really can say about it.
You have some songs lately.
Absolutely.
Oh, right on.
Like one or two, or what? Like
I think just the opening.
Like the one that was big on TikTok.
Yeah, the one that was big on TikTok.
Okay. And is that the one that played at the very end of the credits after the initial song?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, like, were you paying that much close attention to the music, like throughout the movie, the orchestra, the original kind of soundtrack that they created for it?
I mean, it was pretty good.
Like,
I can't point to, like, I would say Salem's definitely better at like going through individual like pieces and going like picking out the good ones. I kind of like hear it overall and just think, man, yeah, it was pretty good music, or I don't have a lot to say about it. There's very few pieces of media where I look at it and go, like, I didn't enjoy the music in this. I could probably count them on one hand, like the amount of times I've actually noticed it. But yeah, it was like fine. I really enjoyed the opening song, and the rest of the music seemed like it was good. I can't pick anything out specifically. When you say like when they were attempting to close the doors, like the music swelling, like yeah, after looking back at it, I can see that. But like at no point was I like, oh, the music here is really carrying this part. Like it was more the visuals for me.
Now, and then to kind of move on from that, like, what did you guys think about like we watched it in English? I want to prep that we watched it in English. I thought the English dubbing was actually really good, and when I looked up the like who was kind of voicing it, it was somebody who's like only voicing. I think this is her only voicing credit, or at least like in an animated or animation film
for the character Suzume, right?
Correct.
Keep trying to get in that bag.
Yeah,
threw the remote at his ass. He moved.
So, what did you guys think about, like, at least in the English dub? Like, did you guys kind of like, were you okay with the dub, or like, were you kind of like,
I didn't have any real issues with the dub, honestly. Like, when we were watching the movie, at no point was I really questioning, like, I wonder if this sounds better in the Japanese dub. You know what I mean? Like, we were watching it, and it just felt like we were just watching a movie. You know? Like, like the characters and like whoever was voicing them, like nothing really took me out. You know what I mean?
A lot of the characters, even side characters, just everybody in general. Like, I wasn't like, oh, there's that one from Dragon Ball, there's that one from Bleach, there's that one from One Piece.
This is a specifically you problem, though.
Yeah, because like obviously actors can blend into roles. Like, I knew Dave Bautista was the bird guy in
Hell
The Boy
yeah, brother, up top.
But
try one more time.
Right, you gotta
Hell yeah, brother.
Hey, we got it.
Fucking Batista bomb.
But
go on.
Even though I knew he was that bird in that movie, the entire time I wasn't like, yeah, I can definitely hear Batista. I was like, that does not sound like him. But he is putting in.
I could hear it, but
I really couldn't, and I was like, man, he is really putting in the performance for that.
Well, I mean, like, because you and I off the pod have talked about this a little bit in terms of like your, I guess, way of like judging how people voice like characters, they fit roles. It's not. I know what you mean. It's just really hard to like for me at least to kind of explain your criteria on that. Is like it's like if I was watching an actor. It's okay. I brought up this example before, but
before you go on, do you think it's just that some voice actors don't have a lot of range?
Well, no, and there are voice actors who have range, like
right, but I'm specifically asking on the ones that you criticize reusing the same voice actors. Is it just you don't like the fact that they don't have a range?
I dislike the fact that they're like, oh, this is a preppy high school girl that I'm doing my 12 preppy high school girl. I know the voice I need to use, and it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna rehear this character from another show. This is such an
incredibly specific complaint that there's nothing I can really say one way or the other.
I think a lot of the voice actors did a decently good job. I would say, because it seems like a lot of the people they cast weren't really in the anime space. It seems like these were kind of new people coming in. So they did okay. They did well for, I guess, the first time, you know, and even if it wasn't their first time, for like a major picture role that kind of went to theaters, because I'm pretty sure this movie came to theater here in the States.
Yeah, it did.
So yeah, it's kind of like where I'm like, this movie was heavily promoted, heavily everywhere. I even remember it. I just didn't go see it. The English voice actors did a really good job. I will give them their props. And then, like I said, the story was good and interesting up until the time loop. What do you guys think about the time loop? Now, you said you didn't like it.
Yeah, I already said myself that. I think it was unnecessary.
It could have been removed from the movie.
Honestly, like, bringing in the time loop was pretty unnecessary. The whole plot about like bringing natural disasters being done by gods is a thing in Japan. I at least know that much, where it's like, you guys know about the like catfish underneath Japan? It's part of their like historical lore.
You know about the boulder with the ceiling railed on it?
I've seen those a few times.
They slashed one of them in Demon Slayer.
Oh yeah, he slashed it real good.
Yeah, slashed it real good.
I will say, at least the like catfish underneath Japan thing is like whenever he gets upset with the Japanese people or something like that, he begins to shake, and that's why it caused earthquakes underneath Japan. Okay. So I don't know if that was like kind of referencing that.
What a bunch of dumbasses! It's just
there ain't no giant catfish down there.
It's just tectonic plates moving. Like,
damn,
are the Japanese people stupid? Jesus,
giant catfish.
Jesus.
Now let me tell you about my Lord and Savior Donald J. Trump.
No, don't.
Don't make it political.
Just don't. Multiple reasons. Don't make it political. Don't do a bad Trump impression.
Oh, I can't do a Trump impression. I'd make you do it.
I don't even want to do it. Mine's not good.
It is good.
It's not bad, sure. It's not bad.
You're up there. You're up there.
I mean, it's better than what Jose and I can do.
Dude, so many comedians on YouTube Shorts, their entire personality is just, I can do a good Donald Trump impression.
I believe it.
Yeah. Shane Gillis, fucking Frank Caliendo, but he's been doing impressions for years.
Shout out to those folks who are doing a good Trump impression.
Dude, do you remember Mad TV? It was like the fucking weird offshoot of SNL, because it was like fucking SNL was made big time, and I think Mad TV was on like Fox.
I think it was Comedy Central, wasn't it?
It might have been.
It might
have started on Comedy Central, then like reruns or something.
Was Tosh.0 part of Comedy Central?
Yeah. I think Key and Peele both got their starts in Mad TV.
Yep. I remember the skit about like, they had a skit, something about like guns and revealing their faces. That might have not been Mad. Anyway.
What were we talking about? The giant catfish?
So.
Yeah, they make the earthquakes happen.
So I think this was kind of like my Miyazaki Boy in the Heron like argument, where like it kind of asks me to know a little bit about like Japanese history and lore, which I'm not very knowledgeable on. I know some stuff because of Shin Megami Tensei.
Yes, sir.
But I'm definitely not knowledgeable to the extent where I can pick out the metaphors and I can pick out like what the message is trying to convey. What I understood from it was that you shouldn't always kind of hold things in, go out and kind of explore the world outside of your compass.
Well, I will say I don't think this movie is being like demanding on us knowing like Japanese folks.
No, I definitely thought this was gonna be more like a metaphor heavy, but it just turned out it's like, no, they just closed the doors, like closing a chapter on an abandoned building, like an abandoned school, an abandoned theme park, like,
which was a really nice message. When one door closes, another one opens, which is basically what was happening
Jesus, calm down.
Which is like kind of like the message of the movie. Like, yes, the thing, like some of these things happened, some bad stuff happened, but like everybody moved on.
Now that I think about it, I'm pissed off about something else. Because the entire time in the movie, it was like Daijin, the cat-like creature, was like, no, I'm not the Keystone anymore. Your fucking boyfriend's the Keystone now.
You remember the voice he was using for that dude?
Yeah.
You're the Keystone now.
Dude, he fucking turned into a random demon. Anyway, like at some point, did Daijin just feel bad for fucking Sato, where he's just like, yeah, I guess I'll be the Keystone again.
Dude, that's why I was saying fuck that cat the whole time.
No, it's like, you're being mean.
I am not being mean.
The cat was just trying to be... Dude, he'd been sealed for many years. Fuck you, Sam.
Yeah,
I think...
But like, I don't understand. The entire thing was like, oh, this is a conflict because Daijin doesn't want to be the fucking Keystone anymore.
Yep. And then he made
Sato.
Then
he made Sato these.
But then their love for each other, Daijin realized that he must be the Stone again. It's like, most of this movie didn't have to fucking happen. Like, there was very little actual conflict here.
That's the best part, is because he goes back being the Keystone.
And
it's just like, so we've reestablished the status quo, except now Suzume has a hottie.
That's right.
So
that was the
honestly a net
goal.
plus.
Dude, as long as Auntie's getting some from Mr. Serizawa, dude, like, Auntie needs to get some. She's been
I don't know. Red Flag is kind of around the corner.
Dude, fucking Red Flag guy from work.
He definitely was trying to slide through.
Stay away.
Man, keep that guy away, man.
Yeah.
No, but I 100% agree, Schirm. Like, that's what was bothering me. It's just like, okay, the cat's been kind of a bastard most of this time. And, he transferred the whole Keystone thing over. Then he took it back.
You
and
hate
it's like,
the cat for no reason. That's
no, he's just a bastard.
Well,
but yeah,
I agree to disagree.
Oh, okay.
The cat's been sealed as a keystone for thousands of years. He just wants to get out and have some fun. Like, you saw him, he went to the bar, he was having drinks with the boys, he was like fucking walking around on a bridge.
He got trending on Twitter.
Dude, man had his own fucking Instagram, fucking Twitter feed. He was just trying to live. And then he's like, you know what? Fucking, I'm sorry, Suzume and Sato.
Also,
you two are lovely together. I'll be the keystone again.
I think.
Yep, those were lines that totally happened.
I think it was after like Suzume rejected him. I don't know if he like thought because Suzume took him out as the keystone that it was like he thought, okay, I need to be with Suzume.
She likes me.
Yeah,
she's got a
like
thing for me.
It's almost never explained. It doesn't need to be, but it's also kind of out there where it's like, well, wait, what?
It's one of those things where you could be like, yeah, I guess that could be the reason.
Line where he's like, I guess you don't want me to be your cat, and it's like, when was that fun established?
Exactly. Like that's
the only thing we can go off of is like you were saying, Jose. Like I guess when she picked up him while he was still in his keystone form or whatever. But it's just like I didn't assume that the cat showed up and she was treating the stray nice, and that it's the extent of that.
Radical fucking cat.
Yeah, like it jumped the gun like so far. That cat.
Daiji's the real homie.
And then they're trying to get him back, and he's just like, "I'm not the keystone. You are, chair. Bye." And it's like,
"You're the keystone now."
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, it's funny.
The actual overall plot.
You smell like a demon.
I feel
you smell like a demon.
I think for me, what like made this movie kind of lose a point for me would be the whole loop thing and the cat. Yeah. Those two things. If we could have just kept it tight, I think 130 minutes, 140 minutes would have been fine.
Fuck, we didn't even talk about that. How this movie was dragging on, even though like I wasn't mad that it was taking. Like at no point was I like displeased with the current story being told. It was just like we paused the movie like twice, and it's like fuck, we're a half hour in. We got another hour and a half. Fucking pause again. There's still like mega climax just happened, and there's 50 minutes left, and I'm like, huh? I thought this movie was gonna be over in 10 minutes.
You thought this shit was wrapping up? Fuck no, we got other shit to do, man. This shit ain't over. You sit your ass down.
We need a road trip across Japan with the auntie and the weird friend. Of my chair boyfriend,
the man with infinite patience, fucking Serizawa.
And apparently infinite cash.
Well,
they get paid. They get paid well as teachers, I guess.
So also like you're right. Like for me, I lost my train of thought. I kept trying to say it, but you guys, fuck.
We got him, Schirm.
We got up top. Oh shit! Try again.
Okay,
good
fucking
enough.
Piss poor.
I got it.
Good enough.
I got it.
All right, 1-3. 1, 2.
Yeah.
All right, that'll do.
Okay, it came back. So do you guys remember how in Weathering with You, after she like became the water, kind of went up to the thing?
Yeah.
He was like,
pay the price.
It literally
sacrifice, a human sacrifice.
I feel like,
dude, I'm sorry, real quick. I love that we had that scene where
with the boss.
Yeah, and he was in the bar drinking. He's just like
maybe.
Yeah, if we could stop this rain with one human sacrifice, I think that's worth it.
Maybe one sacrifice isn't that big a deal.
All right, brother. Sure.
So
but yeah, you were saying.
I think it's kind of like how in Weathering with You, she paid the sacrifice. He goes to jail, escapes, goes back and gets her. Movie's over. Like if it went by quick, and if we kind of time that, it's probably less than 15 minutes. This movie decided to give us a whole 50 minutes on that exact same thing. Like we need to go save Sato, but it's gonna take you 50 minutes instead of like 10 or 15 at max.
It's really coming down to maybe they could have used all that time a little bit more efficiently. Maybe cut down some stuff.
Fuck you, man.
You know, like I said, the fucking time thing. Like that's the biggest thing for me. Where it's just like, why are we spending time? You didn't need that.
It went on for so long. Like we said, visually looked great. I didn't knock any part of watching it, but it's just like some of it could have been taken out. Like it was unnecessary. Even if it was animated well, a little bit unnecessary. Could have done without.
My favorite criticism that CinemaSins ever uses is this movie thinks it has time for this.
Yeah.
Which
is that where you got it from?
Yeah.
Is that why you use that one all the time?
Yeah. This movie thinks it has time for this. It's hilarious. I love it.
I was like, where'd you come up with that one? Now I know.
Everyone's imitation is a serious form of flattery.
That's what Itsuno's Den of Otaku is all about. I'm
sure
imitating somebody.
Yeah.
Den of Geeks, I think. Otaku's Anonymous.
So when I did look up the podcast on YouTube, I did get like some other like Otaku Den or something like that.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, I see.
Akatsuki.
Imagine if I had not told you guys what this podcast was called, and I chose something like Akatsuki he's anonymous.
Fuck, what are the other ones? Help me out.
What, Zetsu?
Orochimaru.
No, Orochimaru's not part of the Akatsuki.
Excuse me. He used to be a member of the Akatsuki.
Pushes up
Go
glasses.
fuck yourself, Salem.
He used to be Sasori, Deidara, Hidan, my favorite.
Hidan. Was Hidan the dumb scythe man?
He was the dumb scythe man.
Yeah, he's the worst.
He's the best. What do you mean? He's so good. He's so good.
You, Salem.
I got a playmat with him on it.
Oh,
love that guy.
Oh my god, you're one of those weird people at locals.
Yeah, okay.
Got it.
Yeah. I have a fully nude Hidan playmat.
No, like at least you didn't go that direction, but you're also the other awkward opposite direction where it's like, fucking weird anime characters on your playmat. Like that became me later, but like when I started, I was like, oh, fucking weird.
Okay.
At least the big titty anime girl ones, I was like, hey, I have something to look at.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess.
Fuck you, Salem. You're just drinking that haterade today.
Oh, am I?
Unbelievable.
Okay.
But yeah, is there anything else we wanted to cover on Suzume? Because I think we pretty much touched on everything, right? Like we went through the characters, we talked about music and the anime.
So I would give this an overall rating, just like like I've said before, this is only my rating system, and I do it by animation, acting, music, character, plot.
Right, we got to come up with a rating system.
I gave it an 8.
You give this an 8?
Well, you're giving it an 8?
So this is just on the criteria I have for myself. It ranks at an 8. Now I am teetering between giving the characters a 2 or a 1.
Me Mactastic, I'm giving this a 6.
Okay.
That's my piece. You can talk about this.
I did enjoy the character, but I'm kind of deciding down to the wire right now. Like between the characters, they were there, but they weren't all that compelling. Okay, they could have been a little better, just a little bit more to push them over the edge. I'm gonna give them characters a 1. That'll basically put the animation at a 2, acting at a 1, music at a 2, characters at a 1, plot at a 1. That's a 7 in total. So that is my final ranking. 7. All right, so we were basically trying to pick out an anime that we could potentially watch for next week.
Taxi.
We'll probably do the Odd Taxi. I will probably get to it.
Let's go.
So we're gonna sign off here. We're all kind of a little tired. I don't know what we're all about to do.
Have you been, sir?
Many names, but I think Mactastic is the one.
And I have been phenomenal, not be confused with phenomenal.
Oh, phenomenal?
Fuck that bitch ass.
Yeah.
And I've been Itsuno Monjo, aka my Denu Utakus. Hit me up on the Twitter, on the Instagram, isuno.monjo. Or you can hit up our email, isuno.monjo@gmail.com. Actually, the Twitter and the Instagram are isuno_monjo.
Have we gotten any questions yet from our 8 subscribers?
Don't worry, I be checking, but no.
You guys can start asking questions.
Stop being cowards and ask us a question.
Yeah, I recommend this in anime. That's not any
Naruto,
longer.
You're banned.
My Hero Academia, boys. It's getting pretty good.
Anything of 12 to 24 episodes, but 24 stretching it. We don't know if Salem will have the time.
No, he has the time.
I have the time.
He doesn't have the attention span.
Yes, if my mind is okay with it, then yeah.
Okay, but other than that,
I'll play like a Subway Surfers under it. Just hold it there.
Man, I'll be drawn into that Subway Surfers life.
Yeah,
like, oh, he finally caught him.
As long as you have Subway Surfers and something to watch, we can get you like 50% of the information.
Are you making fun of me?
No, I'm saying that's literally how we all are. You're the worst though, because you're like
pull up a manga, pull up a game, and pull up a video.
Fucking manga on my phone, a video game on my Switch, a fucking something playing on my TV or computer or whatever. You're like consuming 4 different types of media at one time.
Got to maximize the time.
Yeah, it's like me and Salem are like two maybe.
Two's the limit.
I will
if I'm
say,
playing a video game, I usually have to have something.
I will say, I think about dying all the time, and then I just think about all the stuff I haven't watched or done, and I'm like, man, I need to get it.
The only thing I care about is One Piece, and I can't make that motherfucker go any faster.
All right, well, this has been Denu Utakus signing out. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Like and subscribe.